Talking about another wide receiver. This is Marcus Mosher tweets this out. Analytics community is going to fall in love with Michigan wide receiver Roman Wilson. 98th percentile receiving grade, 97th percentile receiving grade versus single coverage, 93rd percentile separation rate versus single coverage, 80th percentile in yards per route run. Those numbers are via Pro Football Focus. Another guy that kind of stood out at the Senior Bowl in Mobile.
Yeah, and leading up to the Senior Bowl, I really got into his tape. And Mosier's not wrong. People are going to fall in love with him. Analytics, football people, it's going to be consensus by the time the draft gets here. But he's been a bit of a projection just because the offense he played at in Michigan really didn't lend itself to wide receiver production. But when you watch his individual skill set, what he does so effortlessly is just get separation. He just creates separation. And a lot of times when you see those type of players, they're real violent in their routes. He's not. He's a real smooth mover, efficiency of movement, but he still gets that separation. You know, it's kind of deceiving. But yeah, he was open all day at the Senior Bowl. And when they would go best on best, it was always him getting singled out. Like he's a separation machine. And if he's available, you know, I think that's something the Browns must consider.
All right, along those lines, Pro Football Focus mock draft. Pick 55, they have the Browns going with Roman Wilson. And you see the guy that you mocked to him, they have the Eagles taking one pick ahead of him. Now, running back Jonathan Brooks, who some people have talked about from Texas, and Tez Walker, both on the board when they mock Roman Wilson. How do you think Wilson fits into what the Browns want to do offensively?
I think it would slot everything appropriately because you'd have your slot receiver right there, and then you can move Elijah Moore. And I know a lot of people view Elijah Moore as a slot. I think he's better suited to be on the outside, running those vertical routes. I think that's where he can really do damage for you. So by adding someone like Roman Wilson, I think it kind of slots your wide receivers appropriately, and you can get the most out of the room that you have.